is all weird now. Hi, my name is Tracey Pierre. I am a mass transfer student. I graduated from Massasoit Community College, and this is my second semester at Bridgewater. I'm a junior and a criminal justice major, and I'm minoring in psych. This semester, I am part-time, and I'm taking an evening class and one online class. Have I ever taken an online class before? Yes. I actually really enjoy online classes. In fact, if I could only take online classes, I would. I guess the advantages of taking online classes is that you get to go at your own pace, and it seems less material. Attendance doesn't really count versus like you having to be in an actual classroom, and you don't have to sit in a classroom. And I like it because it's self-paced and you can work on it on your free time. The disadvantages is that there's less communication with your teachers. You don't have that face-to-face interaction, and that you work more on your own. So if you're someone that's not like self-paced, I wouldn't suggest it for you, because you sometimes have to kind of like teach yourself. Advice I would give someone about taking online classes is to take one class at a time, maybe, if it's your first time. Okay, let me make sure this thing's recording. Meet deadlines is the most important thing. That's what the course is based on. You need to communicate with your teachers. Even though you think it's like an online class and you don't have to interact with your teachers, it's still important that you interact with your teachers. Maybe take an online class as an elective and not more so as like a major class, because I wouldn't suggest like an online class for like a research class. And most importantly, read the material. Even though it's online, you probably think you can Google the material. I'd still read. Okay, my opinion on the video. At first, I was for the one is better than, what is it, five is better, one is better than five scenario. I would have turned the cart. I'd rather save 5 lives than one. The second scenario with the fat man, I would have not shoved the fat man. I thought about it at first, and I was aiming for it, but I think the consequences overweighed the deed. So pushing the fat guy is your control, which is an active choice, versus the first scenario when you kind of like had no choice or control over the situation. So the first scenario can be looked as accidental versus the second scenario, which is more like purposely. So in the third scenario, I would not take the healthy man's organs. First off, he's asleep and he's not even aware of his choices. So I think morally that's wrong to kill someone, especially if they're healthy. Like, it's one thing like if someone's like dying from cancer and you're like pulling the cord or something, but yeah, I think it's just morally wrong. So I guess each scenario is different depending on the moral principle. You make a more rational, choice. I think I'm categorical, something like that, which was one of the choices towards the end of the video. So I guess all in all, I think the 1 versus 5 scenario depends on the situation. Okay, so I'm gonna introduce my partner. So you just have to turn the camera.
Okay. Alright. We can edit it, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Is it gonna stay?
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Janae Bonner. I'm a senior. This is my 3rd online class. Yeah. And I like online classes. It's easy. It's on my own pace. It's not so hard right now, but hopefully it doesn't get too jam-packed right now. I'm taking 3 on-campus classes. I do live on campus, so it's easy to get to class on time. My interest is I love reading. I like watching Game of Thrones. That's really it. Oh, and I'm a CJ major, obviously. What's something they should know about me? I'm a friendly person. Any adventures on online classes? It's at your own pace. You can read when you want, but it's kind of hard because if you're not meeting deadlines, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna be rushing. You can't like raise your hand in class and ask questions when you need it. It's basically emails back and forth, which is sometimes good if your teachers respond back to you on time, but some teachers are not so good. And some people like to be taught by someone else and then self-taught, so that's kind of hard. What I'm worried about is probably deadline, because I do have other classes and like they are kind of hard right now, but hopefully I can balance it out. So my opinions on the 1 to 5 issues. I think that I would actually turn the card for the one person, for the simple fact that killing less people is better than killing 5. And I feel morally better that, at least I saved 5 people instead of 1. Yeah, it still sucks, but I saved more people than the single person. And on the bridge situation, I can't push a fat man for the simple fact that you caused it. You're like making you're pushing someone off, so you're basically committing murder. Basically, you had the choice to push someone off, and that's morally wrong than not choosing to kill someone else to lessen someone else's death. And I don't feel right killing a healthy person because of 5 people who are on a track or whatever. The transplant situation, it depends on the situation, I guess. If the healthy person is like an evil person and he done bad to the world, I would definitely take his organs and help the 5 people. But at the end of the day, everyone's gonna die at some point, so I don't think it's right to just take someone's life away because we're gonna die anyway. And life sucks at this point, so I mean, they're dying, but hey, it's their time, and I'm not gonna change someone's life because they're dying. And at the end of the day, he can die tomorrow, who knows? And I just took his life away for no reason. So, yeah.